Alright, welcome to Panguitch Lake. The water is looking real full. You got a bunch of people illegal camping here. That's too bad. Fish and Game wouldn't come in here and kick these idiots out. Yeah, you're not allowed to camp here at all. You're allowed to have a fire out here actually, but you can't camp. So that's kind of annoying that they did that. So that was hilarious. This guy over here that was illegally camped, when I was getting my stuff out of the car, he comes over and he's like, hey, just so you know, we got, just want to let you know there's a lot of kids, and basically he was trying to say that they were like camped there and they didn't want people trying to fish here. But yeah, it's illegal to camp on the shore of this lake. So that dude can kick rocks. And then he's like, whoa, I didn't see any signs. I'm like, yeah, that's just like there's no signs out here saying you need a license to fish, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't know the law. So anyway, we're out here. You got one boat nearby. I don't know if you guys already noticed, I haven't really messed with the settings of it yet, and it's probably going to take me a while, but running the GoPro 8. So it should be a lot better video quality for you guys. We got a gulp egg out right now, and I'm going to rig a Thomas setup right now, and it looks like the algae is going to be really bad this year. So if you're looking at coming up here, count on renting a boat, or you want to maybe bring a float tube. So the next time I come up, I'll probably do both, rent a boat and bring up a tube, because by August or September this lake's going to be 100% coated in weeds, and that will be a bad thing for the shore bite. Came up with the wife and daughter. We got here early enough to get a boat, but one thing that I did not know, and it's weird because I must just be timing these trips just right, but I've never been up here when they've had it, but there's a balloon festival down the road in the city of Panguitch, and that's basically has it super duper crowded up here. So no big deal. There's quite a few shore spots that I know of that we can get into a good bite, so I have no doubt that we'll get into some bites today. As you can see, here's a Thomas lure that we're going to use, and we'll get this thing tied up and start throwing out, see what we get. Do a couple quick overhands real quick, and then let's get fishing. Just barely casted this thing out and already hooked a small little guy. Looks like a baby cutty on a buoyant. So believe it or not, that's not a good sign here. You want to, if you're getting into these, I mean, these are recent planters, and you don't want those. You want the bigger fish. The only thing that this could be good about, though, is that there might be some tiger trout nearby. So if we can get a hold of a few of those, I would not complain. But let's see if we can get one live here. I think we will. But yeah, we'll fish this spot a little while. If we just keep getting a bunch of those, then we're gonna be moving. Like I said, as tempting as it is to just sit here and catch a bunch of those all day, that's not what we're looking for here at all. We want much bigger models in here. And you really never know when you're casting here with a spoon. You want to cast as far as you can, and just give a little second to drop, and then you want to reel in nice and slow. Just keep it off the bottom. But we'll see, maybe we can get into them. I'm really shocked there aren't people parked with the boat like off the point here where I'm at, in front of this spillway. There's a nice channel right out in front of us that all of the bigger tiger trout that have ever been caught in this lake have been caught along that shoreline. Right out in front of us, usually from boats, but a few of them from shore. But you can always tell when the tiger trout bite is red hot, because you'll see a bunch of dudes out here waiting to my right near the spillway. That's usually in like October or November is usually when I see them there. But yeah, we're gonna give this about an hour, maybe less, depending on how the bite goes. Oh, there's a fish. He bit in really close. Let's see if we can, a little bigger fish, but still not quite what we're looking for. A little better. Yeah, that's not bad. He's a decent sized bow. That's about 1.5 pounds, so that's a good sign. It's not bad. What I was getting at before I caught that fish is that the fish here tend to be pretty close to shore, believe it or not. As long as the weeds aren't like completely taking over the lake, the fish are in fairly close. So when the weeds get real thick near shore, they just get like, basically the fish just hang out at the, ooh, there's another one real close to shore. Man, that fish couldn't have been a foot from shore as a little guy. But that's 3 fish and about 5 casts. So we're gonna keep at them until we hammer a nice sized tiger. So you want to cast parallel to shore as long as there's no weeds. And you never know, man. You could be reeling in right now and get thumped by like a nice 5 to 10 pound tiger. They come in real close this time of year. Basically, all the fish are just lurking in the shallows, eating what's left of those bugs until the weeds take over. Let's try a little further out on the lake. There we go. Let's see if we can get it hooked up here. So 3 fish real quick within a 5 cast of a Thomas. I have a gulp egg out to my right and that hasn't gotten hit yet. So what does that tell you about what they like here at Panguitch? Now, it doesn't mean they don't like bait. They do, but they tend to go after spoons. Fishing with a spoon here is extremely productive. Extremely productive. So we're gonna try this spot for a little while and see if we can get the models to be a little bigger. We're looking for fish in about the 2.5 to 3 range, and even a couple of, you want to see some Bonneville cutthroats in that mix. Not the baby one that I just caught a little while ago, but at around a 2 to 3 pound range. If you can get a couple of Bonnevilles, so they might have, on my boat over here, they got a fish that might be a little better. Let's see what he looks like. Nah, he's like a 3 pounder. It's probably like 1.5 pounds. But That's about the size of the bow that I just showed you guys a little bit ago. About a pound, pound and a half. So they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people on that boat, and they've only caught 1 fish. So it just shows you guys, you don't need a boat here to get into them, but increasingly so, you want to start looking into boats and float tubes. Basically, on a full water year, which it is, you want to fish, you want to try to, basically you can shore fish on a full water year till probably middle late June. Like I'm at the one of the last few weeks that you would want to fish this lake from shore. And then, I mean, you could still, don't get me wrong, you can still get them from shore pretty late in the year. I mean, even in August, I hammer them out here from shore if you know the spots. But for general fishing purposes, from about late June on till basically early September, you want a boat or a float tube. All right, well, after this, I reel this one in, we'll shut it down, and I'll come back if we get something nice. Wait for that bait rod to take off. I'm sure it'll get hit eventually. All right, nothing on those casts. Let's keep trying. We did end up hooking a better sized Bonneville. Check this guy out, getting better. That's a little better. We're getting closer. Let me give you a little better view here. Ah, jeez, squirmy little guy. There you go. Yeah, much better Bonneville. All right, let's get some more. All right, we'll give this a couple more casts, and I'm going to move off to my right a little bit. It seemed like I had slightly bigger fish off to my right, but there's definitely a decent amount of fish near shore willing to cruise after some spoons. So we're gonna try this for a little while. We'll try this for about an hour or two, see if we can pick up a tiger. But if not, then I know more spots that we can go check out. Probably try this for a little while though. Nothing on that bait rod, which is surprising by now. Usually those things get hit pretty fast. Ooh, there's a bump here. But what I love about this lake and other lakes up here in Utah is you just never know what you're gonna hook, man. Never. You could cast out and hook a 12-pound fish, and you can catch a 6-inch fish. You just never know. So quite a few ladybugs in the bushes nearby. Could be if you're a fly fisherman, it'd be a good idea to throw some kind of midge or something with a little bit of a red tinge to it. All right, nothing on those passes. I'll check back if we hook something. Let's try this last reel in, and I'm going to move to my right back to where I parked. We're going to try that shoreline a little bit. There are definitely fish down here. A couple of them are okay, but we're looking for much bigger fish. So, and sometimes the bigger ones kind of hang out at the edge of these little ones, but we won't know until we've given it a good amount. You just never know. I know that the tiger trout in this lake do not like hanging around the rainbow, although they eat the rainbows, but they don't like to swim around with them. They'll ambush them, but they tend to be in the same area as those Bonnevilles. So if you catch a Bonneville, you have a decent shot at a tiger. And it's funny because the tigers are like the main prize here at Panguitch, and partly because they're so elusive, and then the other half is that they're big. They tend to be much bigger. They're way more aggressive than the other fish. All right, that'll be the last cast in this spot. We're gonna move off to the right. Try that for, oh, there we go, hooked up. Little guy, it feels like. But it's funny how the fish, man, that when even the little guys here, they just jump on it when they get your lures. Yeah, just another little guy. But just like that, guys, I've only been on the water maybe 10 minutes, and that's already a limit. Yeah, it's just a bow. So let's get him back out there. Oh, that's a cutty. See his little cutthroat there. Anyway, small guy. Let's get another one. Good job. Good job. Keep reeling. All right, you got it in. We have moved spots. Unfortunately, their fish were all about the same down there, and we're down here throwing a Thomas Cyclone. Gonna show Sophia this fish.
Yay!
There you go. What do you think? Touch it. You can touch him. He's not gonna hurt you.
Wow.
It's just a fishy.
Mom, did you see that? I did.
What do you think?
Whoa! Whoa!
All right, let's put him back in the water. There he goes. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, fishy.
So we're throwing a Thomas Cyclone 1/6 ounce lure. Usually do pretty well with all spoons, really, but they seem to really like Thomas lures at this lake. We're looking to get some of the bigger model fish. You never know. That was a Bonneville. So that's a good sign. Let's see if we can get one right now. That one, the last fish, kind of bit it a few times. So we'll see if we can get. All right, nothing on those passes. We'll let's try one more pass live, and then we'll go back and check back if we don't get one here. No, nothing on that. We'll check back. All right, finally got a bait hit. You can see that bendo there. Probably a smaller fish. We're gonna let Sophia reel it in.
Come on, baby. Reel it.
Okay, grab the rod with your right hand and start reeling this way. All right.
We got one.
Keep going.
We got one.
Come on. Keep coming. Here, Daddy will reel in a little more, and then you can reel the rest of it.
See right here.
There, we got a pretty good bend on it. Feels like a nice fish, actually. Hopefully a pound or two.
Daddy's gonna let you reel it, baby. Come on.
Yeah, this is a nice one. Good fighter. Normally I would keep the rod tip real high, but I want you guys to be able to see it. Oh yeah, that's a nice fish.
Good job, babes. You're gonna get a good one.
That's a quality fish.
Hey,
come on, So-Sos, you're gonna help me. Oh, we broke off, honey. That's all right. That was a nice fish, though. All right, that's a good sign. We'll get another one.
Good try. Okay, come on. Let's go do sand.
Just put that left rod back out, and it's just got bumped right now. Let's see if he'll take it. Waiting for a nice drop before you set him here. Let's see, just starting. There it goes. Yeah. All right, let's get this one in. I have a feeling that we'll get another decent fish. All right, we set the hook on him. Loosened the drag a little when I was letting Sophia reel it in. We were a little tight on the drag. Yeah, this one feels good. It's not, definitely not as big as that last fish. He's swimming right at me. Yeah, he's just coming straight in. Oh, turned a little bit. Yeah, it's just a scrapper. Yeah. Or this one will let Sophia reel in.
Watch out! Don't step on Daddy's.
Come on over here.
Come over here. Come on.
This is a perfect fish for her to reel in. Okay, hold it with your right hand and then reel with your left hand. Start reeling forward. There you go. Good job. Reel. Keep reeling. Hold it with this hand. There you go, just like that. Keep reeling it. Keep trying. It's tough. Here, turn it this way. There you go. Hey, let me see your hand. I'll help you. All right. You got him.
You got him.
Okay, we got him in. Good job.
You got him.
This is your fishies.
You're gonna take a picture with it.
Whoa.
All right, let's get him off of there and get a picture. So we're getting them on bait and a few on lures. Gonna go back to throwing a lure here. Took a little break, got some water. There's definitely a few bigger fish here. We're in a much better spot than where we were. But whether or not we're gonna get into the 3 to 5ers is hard to say. That last one that Sophia lost, that fish was probably in the 2.5 to 3 range, which is that's a really good sign. Took another little break. Got the spoon back out there. Pretty sure we'll get into a bite here. The action's been okay from shore. I mean, it's pretty late in the year for a shore bite, and it's hanging on. I've just been lazy, you know, just been out here with the family and not really putting a lot of effort in, but Sophia's over here looking for chickens on the ground. Let's see if we can get one live here. I'm sure we will. One thing I love about this lake is the fact that the fish will bite spoons like 5 feet from shore. They'll chase it all the way in, and then you can get them to commit like real close to shore. It's pretty cool. And sometimes you'll even see it happen. You get to watch the fish snag the lure like real close to shore. These flies, man. Got little flies out here. See any chickens?
No, not yet.
Alright, we'll keep your eye out. Alright, one more cast live, and let's see if we can get one on this one. What do you got in there?
Feathers.
Oh, you found feathers.
Wanna see them? I wanna see the feathers like that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
How many do you got? All right, we gotta check out some feathers. You got one feather?
Yeah.
That's a nice feather. What else you got?
Nice feather.
You got other feathers?
This one.
All right, those two. All right, go find some more. Guys, back on with the bait. Let's see. I saw him bite. Let's see if we can. Yeah, it's probably on there. It's pretty slack, but we'll take the line up here. Yeah, you just had the line. Didn't take the bait though. We were getting a bite. Looks like the fish are back in the area. Let's get this thing resprayed. We're using the Rainbow gulp egg on a number 8 mosquito hook. See there? So we'll spray it down. Some Bang garlic spray, the best stuff there is. Just a little hosing. We gotta get it out there. So good, solid cast. There we go. That was a good cast. That was good distance. All right. It took a little while, but it's weird. The fish are definitely in schools. They're not just wide open. They're biting and then they're gone for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then they bite again. So I'm gonna check on the other bait rod and see what's going on. Had a big bite on this one. Hopefully it'll be a nice fish. kind of hard to tell when you got a bite right now with the... Yeah, see? Dang, man, missed it. That was a nice bite. Ah! That rod was in half, too. Alright, we'll have to get him again. All right, that's gonna wrap it up from the shores of Panguitch. We did good, you know. We caught a lot of fish, nothing big, just a family day out here. You know, we'll come back in the fall, winter for that sportsman's trip. We'll go out with those big boys. I'm sure we'll get into them too. Looks like we caught the bite here late. I think if we had been in this spot earlier this morning, it would have been pretty wide open. But we were out here a little late, but great day on the water with my daughter and wife. It was fun.
Show Dad your shirt.
We caught a lot of fish. Check out this shirt. It says weekend forecast, fishing with daddy. I love that shirt. So anyway, we're gonna get out of here. You know, like I said, sorry, no big fish on this one. This is just a family trip to get out, wet a line for a few hours. It's not even half day. There's still 8 or so hours of light and plenty of time to fish. So but we got to get going. We got other stuff to do. Big trip, and we will see you on the next one. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We got a lot of trips, a lot of fun stuff up ahead, and we'll do some giveaways as well. So anyway, if you have any questions about fishing Utah or anything else, let me know. We will update you. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.